Hi all, welcome back. This is Joe. We are going to continue on with our Fast and Furious 1970 Dodge Charger RT. This month we have a lot to do. We get 10 stages a month, and I'm looking over my box and I'm noticing I'm missing stage 59. So it's supposed to be stages 53 to 62, but I'm just going to do 53 to 58 in this video because I can't find issue 59, and we have to contact Fanhome and see if they could send me another stage 59. But this month looks like the concentration is the cab, and this is the driver's seat we're working on here. Here's our issue 53. Looks like this, and then we get to assembling the seat. It's pretty cool. This seat is pretty pliable for plastic. It comes with a cloth seat belt, which is pretty cool, and you could probably even latch it if you want, like that. And then we have a few screws, and we have the backrest. So let's get into it. Without further ado, so we're going to take this seat and we're going to pass through the seat belt. Looks like it's going to be a little tricky here. Alright, so they want this piece to fit through this side. It's flexible enough, you can move it out of the way, pull it through, orient it the way you prefer, and then put the other side in, and it looks like that. The seat belt just rests right there on the seat. Okay, now we're flipping this over and we're going to install this piece right here. We tuck it under until our holes line up right here, and we're going to use 2 screws to secure that. This plastic is very rubbery. It's hard to tell. You got it going through. Let's get this side. Alright, let's finish securing this. That takes care of stage 53. The finished product is make sure the seatbelt links are even. And there we have the first stages of putting the seat together. Next up, we have stage 54. The zine looks like such. This one, assembly session, you will attach the backrest to the seat belt to the seat. Follow the instructions carefully using the illustrations to help. Let's get stage 54 out here. So we have the bottom section of the seat right here. Looks like this. And then we have the seat base, and we have the backrest cover. Then we have several screws we'll be using. Let's get cracking. First up, we get some AP screws ready. And we're going to align the backrest to the seat just like so. Let's secure it. Here we have number 2, number 3, and number 4. Install it just like that. Okay, let's do a final torque check. Make sure we got everything in there nice. Okay, now we take the seat base and we were going to attach it. We have these 2 pins on the very outboard side, and then we're going to slide it underneath like this, so that way it looks like that. And I'm going to use 2 AP screws and 2 IP screws. Let's work this one. There's 1, 2. IP? My IP screws are right here. These are a couple pan head screws to keep the screw from passing through, and it holds everything in place. Make it like that so you don't need a washer. Okay, and now we're going to attach the bottom section of the seat to the seat itself. Last piece we have. Going to be using AP screws. We have 4 more posts left. All right, so for having the seat like so, we are going to attach it like this. You can move this seat as you need it to get everything to line up, and it fits just like that, and it looks like a real detailed bucket seat. Let's get some screws out here. Can't believe what happened to that stage 59. Maybe it'll turn up. I'm gonna wait another day, see if it pops up. If not, then I'm gonna have to get another stage. Here we are, putting screw number 3 and screw number 4. So now we are going to take this completed seat and we're going to put it through the guides on the floor pan, and making sure that the 2 small pins on the bottom of the seat slide into corresponding mounting holes. So now we need get our JP screws ready. Give me 2 of those. These are much bigger pan head screws. You probably haven't seen anything I've been doing for the past 5 minutes. I've been like way over here. Let me reorient myself. You guys good? Okay. So now we need our floor plan section, and my 2 posts go inside here. So I guess you can adjust the seat back and forth based on your leg length, how long your legs are. You see why these are really wide screws, because it's like a track. It's exactly like a track that the seat can slide forward and back. I'm not going to tighten them up all the way. That way it does slide back and forth on you. Let's do the second one. Oh, come on. All right, there's the last screw. All right, so now the seat is attached to the floor pan. Back them out a little bit. Let's see, that does work. Okay, so moving on to 55. Okay, here we have stage 55. Magazine looks like this, and we're going to be assembling the dashboard. Here's where it gets interesting. A lot of detailed work. So we got the dashboard, instrument panel, instrument cluster panel for the instrument lights, some switches. We have the instrument cluster. We have to join it to the instrument panel, just like so. It's only one way it could go on. You got 1 big gauge and 3 small ones, so only fit one way. It goes like this. Now we have some switches that we could install. They look like this. This way when you turn the battery on, you can control the lights from inside the dashboard. Very small. I can't grip them with my fingers. They go in here. Where's the other one go? Oh, we got 3. This one goes in here, and then we have this one. It has a different type of look than the other ones. I'm sure that's the ignition. I'll push that through there. Okay. Next up, last month we installed a wire harness onto the chassis, and they want us to remove half of those wire harnesses and attach them to this instrument panel. We're going to do that. The green one goes over here, and the white one right next to it. I'm going to test this out here and see. It's going to be kind of difficult balancing all of this. And then, all right. So now we're going to take our that down for a second, and then get our screws ready to go. Okay, have that joined together somewhat. Let's see here. Okay, this left side is seated, but not the right side. Like the gauges are not falling into place. Just bear with me. We'll get this all put together. Try switching out these switches here. See if that helps. Let's take this piece off. And try this. We are going to get it. We will be victorious. There we go. See, I had the wrong switch for the white wire. So according to instructions, your wires need to be pointing straight up. And let's start securing this so it doesn't come out anymore. Let's get one screw in there. Be gentle. You don't want to crack this chrome looking panel. Okay, so that takes care of that. Our wires are in place. Looking good. This one, we're going to stick it on this side. All right, that's the on-off start switch. Yes, that makes more sense. So now we have our cluster set up. So when everything's connected, you could turn the lights on from right here. Okay, next up, let's see what we got. Now we're going to take the dashboard. Like this. Put our instrument cluster behind these two posts. Just like this. AP screws ready. And that'll take care of this this stage. Get that together just like that. Alright, sorry about that. Some I gotta get a regular camera, I think, so I don't get disturbed like I did just now. Instead of using my my cell phone. Crazy, huh? Some probably telemarketer. Alright, so this takes care of stage 55. Let's just do a final torque check, making sure these switches are still working. We have our dashboard. Okay, we're back with stage 56. We're continuing on with the dashboard. This time we're going to work with the upper and lower dashboard, and it looks like we're going to probably almost finish the assembly here. Charts look like this. We need our piece from last stage. Make sure the wires are out of the way. We're going to take our upper dashboard, the V shape, it's going forward, and it's going to attach in 4 spots. You can't miss it. They all line up just like that. And we're going to use these KP screws to secure them. Let's get that going. We got 1, okay, 2, this is number 3, and the last one all the way here on the left side is number 4. Number 4. Okay, next step is I'm going to take the tachometer and install the faceplate onto it. Okay, this piece, make sure it's at the top, and make sure your tachometer is facing up and down. Just gonna press it into the hole, just like that. You hear a nice snap, and it fits right in place. Now we're gonna attach this to the center hole of the dashboard, just like that, and secure it with the AP screw. Kind of got to be ambidextrous here. Hold this like this, get it started, and you see how it moves on you. So just kind of like go ahead and let it go to where it wants to go. Get it tight, and then just bring it back to the center. Double check that it's all tightened. Bring it back to the center, just like that. Okay, now we're going to attach the lower dashboard. Get our screws ready. Lower dashboard looks like this. Make sure it's positioned right according to the illustration. And we have this space here for the steering column. And we will attach, you gotta make sure that these wires are above. You don't You don't want to clamp these wires in between. All right, so we got one. The piece I'm missing, the stage I'm missing is part of the roll cage, and that's what we're going to get into next after we're done with this dashboard. And then once the whole roll cage is all assembled, then we're going to install the roll cage onto this piece and then install that piece onto the chassis. But without that one stage, I don't know how I'm going to complete it all. Hopefully it turns up somewhere. Did it again. All right, so now we have a completed dashboard. Looks like this. Okay, we have our two wires that are not clamped or stuck in between, and we have our clamp for the wire harness right here, and that completes this stage. All right, we're up to stage 57. The magazine's looking like this. That was a pretty cool scene, driving in Rio. That was a good movie right there. All right, and now we're up to assembling the steering column. All right, so we're going to take our two steering column halves and join them together. It's going to be like this. According to the illustration of this piece up, we got some DP screws right here. A couple of these. They go in here, nice and snug. That's one, and here is number 2. Okay, now we need to install a couple more screws up here in the front. A total of 4 screws total in this steering column, keeping it all together. I like the way they engineers hid all these screws. You don't see them because it's going to be displayed like that, but the screws are down here tucked away. Okay, so now the steering column has a small semicircular hole, and we are going to insert the shifter inside there. So look for the semicircle. It's not that pronounced, but I think it's this side. And hopefully it fits nice and snug without having to use glue. Let's see. All right, that looked like that went in there pretty good. But just be careful. This thing is so. There we go. Now we're going to take our dashboard, looking like this, and our 2 holes down here. We'll go through these 2 holes. We'll secure them with AP screws. Let's get those ready. Itty bitty baggies. Let's get the screws out here. Get them ready. This goes right inside here. Flip it over. Secure it. Pretty simple. But I think this model is a lot more advanced than my Iron Man and R2-D2. I'm not that far into my 1966 Batmobile to really compare, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty close to this one. If I had a grade like the Fanhome models, like R2-D2 Iron Man level 1, 2. This one I say is like a level 3. It's just one step up. And so I really recommend you guys try it out. It's a lot of fun. The challenging aspect of it is like what I like the most. So the last part is I had to disconnect the dashboard lights, the LEDs, from the wire harness onto the chassis, and they say these just press into place onto the dashboard inside here, and so that's what we're going to do. We want to be careful because you are dealing with a circuit board. Hopefully it doesn't get shorted out and stuff like that. And so that's the end of that. We have still a few leftover pieces for a later time. We got a bag of CP screws, and we have this washer, and there we have it. Switches are still working. So we got speedometer, volts, temperature, oil pressure, and now the tachometer. Okay, moving on. Okay, here's stage 58, and it looks like I might have to stop for this video till I find that stage 59. But our magazine looks like this, and here we are finishing up the dashboard, but starting on the roll cage. Okay, the roll cage is required to protect the occupants from anything entering the compartment, and plus keep the car from getting crushed. Too bad. So first up, they want us to install this dashboard onto the floor pan. Okay, I'm going to be using 4 CP screws. It's actually going to be 8 screws total, and everything fits nice onto these studs. This is what the all the CP screws are for. Open this up, get it ready. Have these CP screws available. First up is installing the 4 outside holes. Let's do just that. So now, not only do we have our brake light as a switch, we now have some dash lights. Let's try this again. Get this lined up on the post, secured down. That way it doesn't fall down anymore. Get another screw here and here. Make sure everything's lining up as it should be. Make sure everything's fitting together just right in the holes it's supposed to be lining up with. Okay, and now the last 4 screws up front here. Number 2, number 3. Put number 3 right here, and number 4. And then we could do a final torque check. Make sure everything is lined up. Alright, torque checked all 6 screws, and here's 7 and 8. Everything's good. So now that completes the dashboard onto the floor pan. And we have 3 wires. It kind of sits and looks like that. So now we have, just to start on the roll cage. So they want us to take this piece. It goes inside here with a PM screw. Get our screw ready. This fits right into the slot right here. Hold it right there. Oh, we gotta go from the other side. And that completes this stage right here. Alright guys, if I find the other stage, I will continue on. Otherwise, I'll be back when I can.